It all seems pretty chill on the time front. If anything, it's been telling us mainly how to skip time if we need to. Police work is tough. Take breaks to talk to strangers. Explore. You can sleep after 2100. These tips. Most people settle for... time seems like an important thing. Ooh, I wonder if you can get up to sus stuff at night. Most people settle for bed after 9 or not long after. It's a bit early. All of these people don't seem like they'd be tucking into bed at a tight 9 p.m. At night, the streets are emptier. By 2, everyone's asleep. These tips are handy. Revachol. These are the tips I need. Revachol. Orange is pronounced Oranje. Klazje is pronounced Klazje. Klazje. Oranje. Revachol. I'm learning. Can't put more points in a skill? Drugs raise learning caps, but they're bad for your health. This was the stuff where there was a lot of controversy when this came out because Australia just bans games left, right, and centre. The censorship in Australia is crazy, but particularly about the drug use. When this game first came out, it was refused classification in Australia, which is when they usually, they don't rate it. It's not rated MA, R, or anything. They're just like, no, we're not rating it. It's sort of not allowed, which usually means they just can't sell it. It's happened with a bunch of games, and sometimes it can be really stupid, the reasons for it. Like that, back in the day, a classic one was the graffiti game, Mark Echo's Getting Up. It was banned in Australia because it showed graffiti and it would encourage people graffitiing. It's crazy over here. And this game technically should have not been sold or allowed in Australia, but they just never took it off Steam. It just sort of existed on Steam and everybody was waiting for it to disappear, and it never did. So, it's fortunate. It didn't really get censored or anything. But I'm definitely enjoying it so far. This is actually exactly the type of game I was looking for. It's a good vibe. It's very interesting. Let's do some saves. It definitely seems a lot better. I don't know how this would control on controller on console. It is on consoles, but definitely want to play this on PC. Frittata. Sick. That means as referred to, doesn't it? 3 T's. How idiomatic. Dude, I'm going to be learning a lot of words in this game. Idiomatic. Using, containing, or denoting expressions that are natural to a native speaker. Okay. So is this the strike? This looks like the Union strike. But look at these coins, how they're all not noticing. Just walk in here and scum up this money. Yeah. 24 real. We had a deal. We can work here. Are we wandering off too far? Because we still haven't got my shoe yet. I'll say it's a little awkward running down left like this in the way. So my shoe's up there, and there's a door there. So we need to be upstairs and get through that door. I think we tried that first time we were in here, didn't we? So I would like my shoe. So wasn't that door up here? Oh, we can WASD, can't we? Oh, we can just shift and run around. Oh, that's way better. Oh, cool, we can go out here. My shoe. Yes.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. Like two baby crocodiles.
Like two baby crocodile. Oh, that's sad. Snakeskin. These do not look like normal cop shoes.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Well, at least we got something. And the only good thing about us is we've got two shoes on. Guess we'll take what we can get.
Yes?
Let's talk to Kim. Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Literally anything. I think Kim knows that we're pretty useless if we would let him know. I think he already knows that we've got no idea what's going on and we're a hopeless drunk. Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved. You know, something supernatural. White male in his 40s? Okay, so the case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy?
There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was
Maybe there's a young woman involved.
Yes, it just so happens there's a beautiful blonde 19-year-old woman at the heart of this case. A rich one, in fact, part of a murder sex cult.
Murder sex cult? How do I get in?
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Oh. Wow, really? That's mega sexy.
No, not really. Was there anything else?
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit, then hit him with it.
Bizarre.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
A young woman told me a mercenary has been hanged, and the manager thinks it was the union that did it. That's all.
Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you?
Sure.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Wait, does this briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
The strong prejudice involving basically us, the cops, in union matters. If they're going to start murdering people, then the cops are going to get involved. The RCM is, or the RCM's us.
That's us.
Yeah.
The Revachol Citizens Militia.
Revachol
We're the
Citizens
police
Militia.
in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized Peace Corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
Okay, you're gonna lay it out like that. Super useful to know. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. Okay.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer.
We did a little secret quest there. Ask him to tell you about the case. Police officers get briefed about the cases they're given. Sometimes they forget the briefing, though, and need to be briefed again. Click on Kim and ask him about the case. Cool. If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
Hmm?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
I don't remember being in on anything. You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Seems relevant.
Later.
His
Was
voice
there
is
anything else
unflinching.
you wanted to know about the case? You mean like a brief? There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Mega cool. I've heard enough.
Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know? Good.
What is this? Convince Kim there's a sexy dark mystery twist in the case. That's 28%. I don't think we're going to hit that. I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work better together if we have more rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Wow, we're gonna diss him for the glasses. Glasses are cool, I guess.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
You could use a good, normal pair yourself.
Perception sight failed.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholier.
He seems almost proud of these things.
A point of pride to him.
Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
Just no. It's like that David Lynch classic interview quote. It's just like, nope. Ask again.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands.
Damn, definitely failed that one.
The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have like conversations with like your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
I get it. You're one of those old school detectives. So how do you tap the side of your head? So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
That's all for now.
Good. Let's change the subject.
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
You kidding me? Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
So what should I concentrate on?
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
I don't know if I should really be pushing any of this, constantly telling Kim how little we know.
Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy.
Lieutenancy.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs. Even you know this.
But I'm completely lacking in basic information about even this organization we're in. Can you help me? I don't know if this will go bad if we be too dumb at Kim.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
We got a quest from it. End of day debrief with Kim. After 2200. I'm afraid this is a medical situation.
Really? You look fine to me.
I'm talking serious, unbelievable damage here. I saw myself in the mirror and had no idea who I was.
This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer.
Clearly, he prefers to think you're malingering. He cannot fathom that anyone could drink so much as to retroactively erase their entire life.
It's not psychological. Some sort of major brain damage has occurred on an unprecedented scale.
Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted?
This should be good for now. Should we try this? I'm always not sure if like something bad will happen to us if we miss the roll.
Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very banal person with a very small soul. One you should be ashamed of.
Morale got
It's
hit.
no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you.
One you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you. After getting like all those morales then when I was already full, and we lost a point in morale, I don't think I can just get it back. What if I go in here now that I have Kim? Will he come in? Yeah, check out my pad.
Yes?
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Alright, well, thank you for that update. What is with this? I'm clicking on it. This looks a little janky.
The door is closed. Still no answer. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Still, the lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
Not sure what's up with that. Only the word Monday is written on it. Cool.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Oh, to be honest, I'm actually crashing a little bit. It is almost 4 a.m. I'm probably going to wrap this up for tonight, this morning. We're about to get into a whole bunch of new conversations and things. He's probably going to go into a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm passing out a little bit. So, might call it a night here.